Hi, welcome to the current state of my world. Uh, it seems most of the interest in my world has been around my cave base, so we'll start with that. But first, let me change my resource pack so everything looks familiar. So all around you'll notice these leaves everywhere, and in some of them there's hidden lighting. And ultimately the goal of the base was to remove all of the visible lighting and have it entirely hidden under leaves and stuff like that. It's a pretty big project and I'm not entirely sure on how to complete it all, but for now most of the lighting will be coming from leaves and some of it is visible. So we've got a nice stream down the side here. And here's our melon and pumpkin farm. Our ender pearl dispenser, which gives you 16 at a time, and the entrance. Our furnace array, and our main storage room. Here isn't very impressive. Probably the most impressive thing is the amount of iron we have, considering how new this world is. We've set up an iron farm a few days ago, and it's been running overnight, and it's in a spawn chunk, so while we've been playing. Down here is the main staircase, and the idea was to sort of build into alcoves, like little contraptions and stuff we wanted to make. So the first contraption here is just a mini farm. The second one here is a sugarcane farm, which I just broke because I forgot I had haste too. But the idea was it would force updates, and so every 16 ticks it would grow sugarcane. And so we have tons and we don't even run it anymore. Here is our beacon. We've got speed 2 and haste 2. The iron farm was created solely to get all these iron blocks, which would have taken forever mining manually. Down the main staircase a bit more. Got an ender chest. A little alcove over here, which was initially going to be our brewing room, hence the lava and obsidian theme. But we decided to move it, so this place is sort of discontinued until we need the space. As you can see, we haven't even needed the space anywhere else, so some of the cave is unfinished. Up here is a skeleton farm with anti-entity cramming ladders and minecarts, so we have a lot of item output. And so earlier on I was AFK here and I came back and there were 508 skeletons in this 3-block wide area, which killed my FPS. You can see we've got tons of bone blocks, like chests full of arrows. Here is an elevator to the surface, so you don't have to run out that way. All it does when you step in the pressure plate is it will swap to soul sand for a little while, and then it will swap back. So there is the main area, and then up here is our second staircase. If you first go to the top, we've got a spider farm. On the server, we have a plugin which enables you to silk touch pick up spawners, so we don't have to travel all over the place. This spider farm, however, is the only spawner we have on the server that actually spawned there. So this is our first XP farm. And we used to have these double chests full of string, but we turned it all into wool for a creeper farm because we need carpets. So over this bridge, there's 2 bridges here. The first bridge is to our tree sapling farm. For our source of wood, we have a more compact tree farm outside, but when you break down all the trees, it wouldn't give you enough saplings. So I built this just to get enough saplings to fund the outside tree. Down here we have our second bridge, but to save time, generally because you want to come from outside, there's just a little landing here so you can run onto it. Our initial netherwort farm, which isn't really used anymore because we have so much netherwort, and our brewing machine, which will do it automatically. You just put the ingredient you want to use in here and choose the modifiers. This design was by Etho, so you can tell it's nice and simple and it works well. And then here we have another netherwort farm where if you press this button, it harvests it all. Down here is just a carrot farm, because in the future we're planning to set up a zombie pigman farm and live off of golden carrots. That's about it for the cave. I'll show you a few of the farms we have around here, and then I'll show you the nether network we have, which is definitely unfinished. So here we have a wheat farm. We then run up here and replant it. It's very simple, it's just dispensers with water, but we have a ton of wheat now. I'm breaking 3 diamond hoe. Let's pop back in just for speed. Over here is the majority of where our food comes from. It's a cow farm. And you can just walk up and feed the cows. Here's a glitched baby zombie. Probably just need to restart the server. Over here is our very cheap iron farm. It doesn't give you much output. As you can see, we've been running it for a while. Look how many poppies we have. But we have all this iron just stored up, and it's in a spawn chunk. The spawn is those diamond blocks over there, which was built in creative. It's the only thing done in the server on creative, but we can't cheat and mine the diamond blocks because it's spawn protected. Anyway, so because that's the spawn, these are in the spawn chunks, and so this is always running if you're in the overworld. And that's the farms. So here is our elevator down that we saw earlier on. I gotta eat first. There we go. So here's another portal, right by the entrance to the cave, and our compact tree farm. So in here is our blaze farm. So you can AFK up here for as long as you need. Come down, get this sword, kill the blazes. It has anti-entity cramming as well, so you can AFK there for as long as you like. Apparently zombie pigmen spawn in there too. I've never seen that before. The nether is definitely unfinished. There's not a lot of blaze protection. So in here is just a splash potion of speed dispenser with a chest full of splash potions. Very simple design. There's no redstone apart from the indicator light telling you if you need to restock. Because it's on a fence, you can just walk and it'll trigger the dispenser, but it'll also hit you for its full duration. So here we have an ice highway. Our first stop is at our village where we get our mending books. So we just have a chest here full of emeralds and paper. And then one of these guys is mending. For 10 emeralds too, which is pretty good. In the future, we were planning on having zombie villages converted so we could get 1 emerald mending books, but I sort of put that on the back burner ever since all of our items have mending now. So here is our creeper farm. We run it overnight and go up 5 double chests full of gunpowder. 6 actually, one of them we turned into a chest of rockets. And so if we ever get low, we can just go AFK up there. And it has pretty good rates. This is probably the most time consuming build on the server. And it used a hell of a lot of trapdoors. So back down we go. This is a portal to nothing. Up here is to get on top of the nether. I don't really want to go up there right now because there's a ghast around and we haven't protected all this. But there's nothing up there, there's only a beacon. So through here is the portal to our snow village. Funny story about this. I found the coordinates of snow and just went there roughly in the nether, made a portal, and I came out in a snow village and then immediately caused a raid and killed all the villagers. So here we have an ice farm with just a little shack for waiting for the ice to grow. We don't really use it anymore considering we found a location for ice spikes biome, and so we have tons of packed ice. And also another way to pass the time is an automatic fishing hut while waiting for the ice. You just have to make sure you check back every couple of minutes to go sleep, otherwise you'd die. All these villagers came through, but I can't seem to get them back, so they are just inhabitants of the nether now. And onto our final stop is the stronghold. So there's not too much interesting here. We've only killed the Ender Dragon once. Over by the portals is our wither killing spot. And then over here is the way to our ender farm. Our ender farm is nothing special, but it gives us amazing XP and tons of ender pearls. We have more ender pearls than we could ever want. So because everything's enchanted now, the main source of this is for mending. So we have our ender. And it just drops ender pearls full, and a bit of an enchanting station with some lapis if you need it. And we travel around with slash home a lot, but we only have one home, so it's just to get back here. And that's what comes to mind for this world. It's only a few weeks old, but it is a task of love, mostly built by me. And I hope you enjoy.